There are numerous reasons that there are ownership changes or organizational changes to a company. Partial or complete ownership changes occur under a variety of scenarios. For instance, you might be doing succession planning or estate planning or looking to retire and transfer your stock or gift your stock to your family. You might want to infuse new capital into your firm. You might want to acquire new expertise in order to offer new services. Key relationships investors can bring to the table are also reasons to add third-party investors into your firm. And retaining key employees by offering ownership interests is also another common reason to change ownership interests in your firm. Well, the big picture is that for many small businesses, selling or gifting a business or any portion of that business is a once in a lifetime deal. Small business owners usually focus on managing and growing their business, but not on how to ready it for sale or an equity infusion or any other reorganization. Most owners fail to consider and address many key issues before changes are made. The big picture is if you possess 8A, WOSB, SDVOSB, MBE, DBE, or other small business certifications, there are key issues to remember with respect to making these ownership changes. Certification was obtained after a long, detailed process. It's based upon showing genuine ownership and control. Any change in ownership or control will trigger a potential eligibility removal or decertification. So the big question I'm asked is, how do I transfer partial or full ownership and still keep my company eligible for these certifications? Crucial to consider and think about the fact that you might have multiple certifications, and each agency has different eligibility criteria regarding ownership and control. For instance, you might be a federal contractor and working with the VA as an SDVOSB, but you're also a minority contractor working with the federal government as an 8A. But you also may be a DBE contractor and an MBE contractor in the state of Arizona or Florida, and those agencies have different criteria for eligibility. Businesses that fail to plan in advance have resulted in businesses simply closing down, selling at below market value, in other words, fire sales, transfers to others that do not qualify for national supplier diversity, federal, state, or city small business certifications. Regarding family succession planning, COVID-19 pandemic has been a new game changer. Many business owners that had a 5-year succession plan are now rethinking and accelerating those exit frames. When family members and others take over your business, please consider the following. If you are interested in continuity of your 8A, SDVOSB, WOSB, DBE, MBE, WBE, or other small business certifications, it's crucial to talk to a trusted advisor that understands the criteria for each certification and the continued eligibility. For instance, are you planning on transferring your shares of stock by gift versus a sale? Will that gift destroy the continuity of a certification? If, for instance, you plan on remaining involved with the company but are seeking or want a continuity of your DBE certification. So please look at the various agency rules under which you're certified before you make those changes. Or perhaps you're simply looking to transfer partial ownership to other individuals or other companies. In this scenario, there are numerous considerations if you want to maintain your SDVOSB, WOSB, DBE, 8A, or other certifications. For instance, will the transfer of partial ownership to a third person or other company trigger an affiliation that could destroy your small business status? Is a private equity firm infusing capital into your company, but in exchange they want certain control rights or rights to convert debt into stock ownership? Is the investor in the same line of business? Just these 3 scenarios alone can destroy a certification if the certification and related documents are not structured correctly. Are you currently an SBA mentor-protege agreement with a large firm and that mentor now wants to purchase a 40% equity stock in your firm? If so, there are other legal issues that must be addressed. For instance, what happens after the mentor-protege relationship terminates? Are you still shielded by the affiliation exception that the SBA gives under the mentor-protege relationship? The bottom line is you need to discuss this issue with your trusted advisors and develop a plan to address the morning after that mentor-protege relationship is terminated so you can retain your small business status. Are you looking to acquire another business and aren't sure whether you should use a stock sale or an asset deal sale? The decision rests upon your end game. Do you want to acquire a known name and past performance in federal contracting along with their current revenue stream? Or do you just want to acquire a firm's contracts and employees through an asset sale? Both types of transactions require a great deal of strategic planning, as you don't want to be confronted with the unintended consequences by acquiring a business which can trigger a change to your small business status. In preparing to sell your business or acquire another business, it's important to understand the transaction process and due diligence process. For instance, if you're selling your company or selling a partial interest in your company, you need to get your house in order to be able to present your company as a thriving, viable company with strong financials, detailed corporate record books, robust customer base, knowledgeable employee base, solid operational procedures, including your cybersecurity control protocols, compliance with procurement integrity and labor relations, federal government COVID vaccine compliance, EPA compliance, and other regulatory compliance. Last, whether you are selling or buying another business, financing the transaction is also crucial. As a seller, understand and be prepared to educate the potential buyer on financing options. These options can include promissory notes, bank financing, SBA lender program loans, possible earnouts, and working with small business investment companies licensed through the SBA. I will be at the SAMI conference speaking in Atlanta on November 18th, 2021 at 4 o'clock to 5:15 p.m. I hope to see you there. We also have a McDonald Hopkins booth that will be at the conference the entire time, so I hope you'll drop by and ask for me. Thank you so much.